Sound Waves, Acoustics of the Sea, presented by Tamara K. Wells. What are waves? The definition of a wave is a disturbance that transfers energy, not matter, through a medium. This was a misconception I had prior to taking this course. I thought waves transported matter, and that is not the case. They only transport energy. Frequency is defined as the number of wave cycles passing a point per second, and that's calculated in hertz. And we have the equation here where the wavelength equals the velocity over the frequency. How is sound different underwater? Sound is actually 4.5 times faster underwater than it is in air, and this is due to it being a denser medium. Sound waves need particles to move back and forth for the wave to travel. So a denser medium equals greater wave efficiency. Why is underwater sound so important to marine life? Marine life uses sound to communicate either with complex signals or just basic check-ins with family members, breeding, foraging, navigation, social structures, predation, avoidance of predation, etc., etc. Lots of uses, very important. What is noise pollution? Noise pollution is basically unwanted sound that affects human life and animals. So basically everything we're doing, right? We have cargo ships constantly traveling back and forth. We have motorboats. We do seismic mining. We have rovers on the bottom of the ocean. We're pile driving. Etc., etc. Military run sonic tests and sonar and bomb testing in the ocean, and this is just creating huge issues. So some of the impacts of anthropogenic noise pollution. I don't want to say most common, but the most famous one is mass beachings. So this is where sonic blasts deafen or frighten cetaceans, and in fleeing or in their disorientation, mass casualties occur. And this is important to remember. This is just what we're seeing. The picture above is a really famous beaching. It was in New Zealand. This is 140 whales that were beached after a military test underwater. So completely sound related. And this is just what we're seeing. This isn't counting for whales and cetaceans that sink to the bottom of the ocean, that don't make it to shore. So the numbers really can't be completely accurate. Coral polyps can't locate reefs. Polyps don't necessarily have ears, but they do rely on sounds and sound waves produced by healthy reefs to locate their homesteads. Conflicting sound waves prevent proper location. And bottom dwellers lose their equilibrium, so benthic organisms like crustaceans, bivalves, again, they don't have ears, they don't hear technically, but they do have cilia, and these cilia detect pulses from sound waves, and this helps them with their orientation, and statolis help them with their equilibrium, and when these things are disrupted or injured, they can have disorientation and impairments, and they are very important in food webs. So if they're impaired, they can't eat, they die. That's a huge piece of the food chain that's not accessible anymore. This is actually a video I took at Catalina of the kelp beds here. So they're really lush and they're full. And if the sound is on, you can hear all of this crackling, and it's just there. It's so loud, you can't even believe it. So kelp forests are nature's sound barriers. Soniferous creatures thrive in kelp, and soniferous means animals that use sound or make sound, so a lot of rockfish. Large biodiversity havens, and they're crucial for many species' survival. Fish may be using kelp as a soundscape refuge. Studies are showing boat sound is decreased by 6.1 decibels within these forests. In conclusion, sound waves are stronger underwater. Marine life is dependent upon sound for vital functions, such as mating, communication, navigation. Sound pollution is a growing threat to marine life, not just the cetaceans, so not just the ones we hear about in the beachings. Kelp forests are crucial sound buffer havens, and we should protect them. Thank you.